last time we spoke, told me about your interest in the ongoing research into mystic orbs, and I realized I owed you I can't talk right now. I owed you the truth about my visit to Alstrat. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. Heinrich. I'm thinking Heinrich might be the master of this place, but I'm just gonna take that and walk over here away from that window. Hope you don't mind. Canis lupus familiaris, 1658, April 12th. After a short study, it is clear that the agitation found among the humans can be found in the dog. Agitation found among humans can be found in the dog. Fear and pain induce stress, which seems to trigger an endogenous response, causing the animal to burst with energy. I believe that the catalyst is produced in the brain. It is difficult to determine exactly where and what it is, but I can sense it. It reeks of cosmic genesis. There is an inherent problem in harvesting this energy. Since the creature is bound to die from the exercise, I must refine the process of torture to enable any real work to be done. More experiments must be performed, but it seems that only human beings are able to produce the amount necessary. It might be their ability to appreciate the severity of the process that ultimately augments their experience of terror. So he's harvesting people's terror now, is he? Curious. That's dark.
Let's see what you have to offer. What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
Ugh. So he's been killing humans and animals to harvest, I guess, their, like, fear element. Oh, good. Ah, 1658, January 9th. Further disappointment, the antiquarian's latest findings yielded nothing. I'm still unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books on the subject, but I suspect it will be in vain, since no research has been made in my particular interest. I must attempt to fill that void myself. Clearly, humans emanate more of the energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice, as they would prove less of a hassle to acquire. Clearly, they weren't enough. So he's either like harvesting their fear or they're like their life essence for himself. And that's broken, which means I can't really go any further. Was there anything else in this room of interest? Nope, but that sounds like dying doggies. Or doggies. I really need to stop using the lantern when I don't need to, because that's going to become a problem later, I'm sure. I think I got everything I needed from this floor. Yeah. Alright, let's go before I start losing my mind. Which is very likely to happen now. But apparently, whatever this orb did to him, it made him, like, it made him need this energy, this life force. Guess true. I apologize. I haven't been getting very good sleep, unfortunately. All this traveling for my job is completely
gone. What do they want with my journal?
All this traveling for my job has left me absolutely, like, time-wise, I am screwed. Laudanum, a medical bracer improves health, help heal wounds. Oh. Right there.
2nd of July, 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him.
Okay, maybe Herbert is dead, and whoever... I'm starting to suspect the main character might actually be the owner of the house, but he made himself forget. And as a result, like, he doesn't remember any of this. Which, if that's the case, I might very well be the monster that I perceive the homeowner to actually be, which would be rather ironic. Tinderbox, crowbar. I will take the crowbar. I want to check the third shelf.
3rd of July, 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
There's more than one. Well, that's what I figured out so far, is that there's more than one, like, cosmic orb that is doing weird stuff to people. Oh, I want to use the crowbar on the door, please. There we go. Right. See, that's always been a...
The key. Please, let it be here.
That's always been something about Amnesia that I've really enjoyed is,
4th of July, 1839.
Okay, before we continue.
It's done. The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange.
Like I was saying, I've always really appreciated how Amnesia does, like, mechanics puzzles. Like, using that crowbar actually required a physical effort in order to make it work. It doesn't just do it for you. Let's wait for this guy to... What the fuck? Oh, you hooker. Okay, let's take the laudanum. That's not fair. I was in a hidey hole. God, that noise is so annoying. Ah, my brain. It's melting my brain. Okay, it's gone now. Alright, let's pop that. I still have the surgical needle, which I don't know what it's for yet. Okay, we came up that way, we went up those 2 stairs, and there's a door on either side of this bathtub looking thing, which I should probably check behind the bathtub looking thing. Nope, there's nothing there. Alright. Open the Zoe. Storage. So we're looking for the orb, I think, is what's going on now. The orb is going to highlight... Well, it's going to make him remember. Well, it's going to try to make him remember anyway. He might not necessarily want to remember. Let's go ahead and drag this chest down, just in case I need it for some shenaniganery. Chicanery. There we go. Whoa, whoa.
Please, let me go. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I just want to go home. No! Get away from me! Leave me alone!
Oh, dear. I get the feeling, yeah, that feeling. I get the feeling she didn't go anywhere, ever again. Tinder boxes, excellent. A drill part? Here comes the men in black. Okay, that's going to be a problem. So I need to get past him. I've made it past him, temporarily. But he's probably blocking a way I have to go. Well, blocking is a relative term, more like in the way of. Let's go ahead and light up this candle, just in case. Alright, let's open that door, and then close it behind us.
The flicker, the bluish light.
Okay. Alexander, I have prepared the explosives you needed for clearing the flood drain. I can't stress enough how important it is that the mixture is handled with care. Please try to tell your featherbrain servants this before you go ahead with your plans. The liquids are not by themselves explosive and should be kept separate to avoid further mishaps. I have arranged 2 large vats in the next room for the ingredients. All you need to do is mix the liquids, and you are ready to go. Agrippa. Mr. Agrippa. Okay, there's a candle. There just appears to be bricks here. But now I know what our plan is. We have to blow up things with stuff, which probably means I need a vat of some kind. God damn it! I need oil, and I don't have oil. Have I been in here already? I don't think I have. Oh, there's the other drill part. Give me the drill part, please. Oh, maybe I need to just, like, drill out some of the stuff I need? Maybe? Sort of like we did with the explosive puzzle from the side story. There we go. I can't see dick in this place. But that is also a pretty nice touch, I have to admit. Like, the character's eyes adjust as he moves through the area, as opposed to just, like, being literally dark. Alright, how's my health? I have a slight headache. I have a few cuts and bruises, so I could probably take a couple more hits, but I should probably be careful. Okay, can I use... Okay, I need to put this together with this. Okay, not yet. Okay, I have oil in the thing. Oh, more tools of destruction. Just in case. More tinderbox, because good stuff. There we go. I have the hand drill. And now I need to use the hand drill on this, perhaps? Or not. Oh wait, this has a thingy. The valve is rusted shut. Gimme. And... yeah, because I kept the chemistry pot. Alright, so I have one of the required ingredients, which probably means the other one is past the monster. Which figures. But I think, no, I still have the corkscrew thingy. Okay, here we go. Just in case. Okay, I know I can't go in there yet. Just light that up. I need to find a way to get into this building, though, or this area. I'm pretty sure I can't. Wait, I know what I can do. Nope, maybe not. It won't budge. Do I need to blow up this side of the thing? Pretty sure I need to blow up this. Where's my... The rubble from the cave-in is hindering further passage of the storage. Find a way to get through. An important key is hidden in the guest room. Wait, I was just in the guest room and I didn't find anything. Well, let's go back then. After we do a slight overview and nothing. Okay. An important key is hidden in the guest room. I was just in the guest room, though, and I didn't see anything. Then again, I was running from a monster, so I probably overlooked something. It's entirely plausible. Sir William Smith had been mocked. There was no way for him to know. Well, let's go back up to the guest room, and we'll try that again. Hopefully the monster is not there anymore, and we can just go in and out without hindrance. But yeah, Amnesia is one of those games that I always really enjoyed a lot of the mechanics, because there's that typical, like, horror fashion, you don't have any way to defend yourself. But on top of that, you also have things that are more mechanically driven, like, a lot of the puzzles actually require physical interaction and controls, as opposed to, oh, you found a key, now you go and use the key. Perfect example would be the crowbar that we just used recently. You actually had to interact with the crowbar once it was placed in the wall for it to do anything, and it didn't just do it for you, which I really enjoy. And the whole sanity system is something I've always really enjoyed as well. The fact that you just go crazy. Okay, nothing in here. Maybe I've already found everything, and it's just, like, it's just trolling me now. Yeah, it's entirely plausible. I think I found everything here. I mean, I know I explored the desk, and there's nothing on the ground or behind mostly anything. Oop, hiccup, sorry. So I don't know. I'm gonna check the other side, though. Now that I'm down here, I'm gonna check the other side of the, this foyer and see what's in the other door. Since I can't find anything else. Unless... that's storage. Is the other side storage as well? I don't know. Yeah, I need to look into, like... funnily enough, we've already covered another game that's made by Frictional Games, which was Soma. And Soma was still good. Like,
You have an ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
but going back to what I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, Soma, I really enjoyed the story in that game because it played on the real, like, moral dilemma of whether someone is alive or dead if they become a machine. Which is a very complicated issue when you think about it. Important key, the rubble from the cave-in. Find the key that unlocks the door leading to the machine room. Find a way to start the engine that powers the machine. Okay. So I can't even go this way yet. And it's still saying that there's a key hidden in the guest room, which there's not. To my knowledge. And Soma was a really good game. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if you all enjoyed my playthrough of it, but, like, that's a game that I really recommend going and playing yourself. Same with Amnesia, really. My only disappointment with Soma was some of the puzzles were not necessarily complicated, but they were very obtuse. So, like, you had very, like, just convoluted ways of actually figuring out what you're supposed to do. And you kind of have that same sort of aspect with Amnesia in some points, but not nearly as bad. I was kind of looking for a switch book. There isn't one. Oh.
Thank God, there it is.
The fuck is that?
I guess it is a good place to hide it then.
What is it? What the fuck is that? Is that a shard of the thing? It is. Oh, it's a key. Machine room key. Oh, there's that hidden thing I was looking for. I was like, what the fuck is this? Why would you put the key in a bottle and then hide the bottle behind it? Whatever. Madness. Yeah. Yawn. He put it in a bottle. Why would he? I don't know. Maybe the key has resin on it or something. I don't frickin' know. Anything's possible at this point. The Book of Monarchs, looking for etchings counted 9 different kinds all over Europe that have been depicted with an orb resting in their hands. So the orb has history, I take it. Let's go across and then down. So I kind of want to look... Wow, why is my sanity getting fucked all of a sudden? It's not dark enough in here for sanity loss to happen. Ooh.
5th of July, 1839. Today, I went to the university looking for answers. I was able to sneak into Herbert's office and pick up an address book along with some relevant textbooks. Professor Taylor at the Faculty of History was very helpful, and I managed to approach the subject of the orbs. The most interesting aspect was the prevalent trace they had left in our culture. The mythic orbs may, in fact, have inspired the globus cruciger, which so many royal regalia holds to this day. In ancient times, the orbs were held by priests as a symbol of the sun and its power. As I was leaving, I overheard a disturbing conversation. Sir William Smith, the geologist, was killed last night. Less than a fortnight had passed since I'd asked for his expertise. I know it's silly, but I can't help feeling responsible somehow.
Probably because you are. Because you're the killer. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, good. A freaking switch puzzle. Give me the tinderbox, please. God, you're gonna make me work for that tinderbox, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Gimme, gimme. I must look like just a maniac wandering around, jumping on pipes, stealing tinderboxes. Granted, I'm pretty sure it's this guy's house. So technically he's stealing from himself. What do we have here? Wow, I was expecting a whole lot more to be in that box. Let's see. Machine equipment memo. Note that there are only 2 spare rods left in the storage for the elevator machinery. Make sure to only discard the ones that are badly damaged and keep the others in the inner study rooms in case all 3 should crack again.
14th of July, 1839. I've read every book I can find on the subject. While rich in legend and hearsay, my knowledge is lack for the insight I crave. I've sent letters to many in Herbert's address book and received answers of varying importance. Today, I got one which differed greatly from the others. From a baron in Prussia. He said nothing about the quaint stories of priests in underground temples. He didn't even mention them. He simply wrote, "I know. I can protect you. Come to Brennenburg Castle."
Oh, God.
Signed, Alexander.
Never mind.
What am I to make of this? Protect me from what? Is someone after me?
From the
I
shadow
looked up
monster.
Brennenburg and traced it to the Prussian woods near the Baltic Sea. While being the least informative letter I've received, it causes me greatest distress and interest. As I write, my thoughts are drawn to my nightmares in which a most disturbing sound calls to me. A sound defying description. A voice from the void. The last few weeks have been awful, with so many sleepless nights dreading a repeat of those horrid dreams. Tomorrow, I shall visit my physician, Dr. Tate, in hope that he can provide me with sedatives to help me sleep.
Give me drugs, Doc. I need drugs. All the drugs. Maybe that's what all the laudanum and stuff is just like his drug supply that he's scattered throughout the house in an effort to protect him from the darkness. Oh, that would be rather hilarious. That's right, I need the rods now, wherever those are. No. I also need a light source in here, otherwise this is gonna get rather not good here soon. Okay, here's a light source.
17th of July, 1839. How has this
A lot of narrative.
They're all dead. Limbs scattered, heads split down the middle, their skin flayed as if boiled. I feel like I'm falling into myself. What's happening? Sir William Smith, Professor Taylor, now Dr. Tate. Is it following me? How can it not be? It's the damn thing I brought from Africa. Something is after me.
Oh.
I have no choice but to trust the Baron. He better know what he claims. If he's wrong, I suspect he'll regret it as well.
So our character found an orb, and the Baron found an orb previously. And the Baron is kind of a psychopath, because he's trying to, like, get more power from the orbs via horrible, horrible means. Yeah. Give me the light source before I die. Oh, my Wii U is going off, telling me about things I don't care about. Ooh. I still need rods, is what I need. Oh. Which those aren't it, apparently. A little disappointing. I need the rods for the machine. It said something about the study room. I didn't see anything in the rooms upstairs, but let's go back and check things, I suppose. And I have the explosive stuff. So I got the memo book. Find a way to start the engine that powers the elevator. Remove the rubble. Where's my journal? There's my journal. Notes. Machine equipment memo. Keep the others in the inner study room. Study rooms in case all would crack. Okay. So I do need to go back to the study room regardless. Because that's where I need to put the rods. God, that's a disturbing noise. That's one thing I really like about Amnesia as well, and I'm going to be saying this a lot just because I tend to reiterate myself a lot in games like these that have so much depth. I did the same thing in Layers of Fear, is games like this that have just really, really good ambience, like really good ambience, tend to really, really, really intrigue me. Because of the simple fact that sound design is really, really hard. And I can say that from experience. When I went to school at DeVry for game and simulation programming, one of the main things that they really harped on as far as game design is whenever you would look at certain genres, is I focused mostly on games that had to do with story and atmospheric creation. And that was one of the hardest parts in game design, is creating a completely cohesive atmosphere without breaking it by mechanics or character interaction. So any game that does sound design really, really well just really excites me. Because it's so difficult to do. It's so difficult to do well. But when it's done well, good shit. So they said the inner study rooms, which probably means not here, apparently. Not there, apparently. Maybe behind all this shit, but I don't like that noise. Yes, good sound design is really difficult. And I love it. You see, you think I would have found the rods while I was up here earlier, but I did not. But it also said inner study rooms, which leads me to believe that there's hidden areas that I did not find previously. Mr. Alexander. So Alexander of Brennenburg is clearly the mastermind here, but what our part to play in it is, I do not know. Oh shit, this is a blocked off area, so, I don't know. Can I blow up this rubble with the caustic goo of death? No, apparently not. Strong medical needle. Can I move this painting? No. I'm gonna have to be checking every painting now. Just in case. Shovel. That would be a really cool mechanic if you could, like, even if it's temporarily, like, hit the monsters and, like, cause them to stagger. I think that would just be a really cool idea, at least. God, those mannequins look creepy as shit. But, like, it could be something temporary, like, it only gets a certain number of hits before it breaks, in a very similar fashion to, what's a good example? Like, weapon durability in other games would work. But it's like, oh, 3 hits and it breaks, and you're screwed. Ooh, what's over there? I don't know. I can't get to it either way. Is there something in that pot? No. It's just a weird optical illusion. Okay. Well, this begs a couple of questions. One of which is, where the fuck do I go from here? I could go back to the storage room and see if I can't figure out how to make that go boom.